It's always such a pain. It seems like anytime I like don't do any streaming or just like don't use like OPS for like a week, it like fucks itself. And I don't know why. It's just like, yeah, nothing works, and you gotta like spend 20 minutes fucking around, figuring it out, and it's like, okay, cool, I got it. It took forever, but I fucking figured it out again. What do I want to open up? Open this. Or don't. No, this. Yeah, alright. It's been last week and this week very very hectic and exhausting, but also very exciting and stressful and boring all at the same time. So I didn't stream last week, and there's a very good reason for that. I put an offer on a house and it got accepted, and now I'm dealing with that headache of trying to buying a house for the first time and not knowing what I'm doing at all. Yeah, and when I say stressful, it's very much shit. Is very much the how would you call it? Yeah, because I don't know how anything works. It always feels like it's suddenly going to fall apart, and I'm going to lose out on like owning a home, which is very weird because after I deal with each little whatever, I realize, oh, actually it wasn't that big of a deal. It's actually fine. It wasn't that hard. All I had to do was listen to my solicitor, and that's all I had to do. But in the moment, it's just like I'm inconsolable. Like it's like this is ridiculous. I'm never going to own a home. Should I just give up? And then it's like, oh no, it's fine now. But yeah, I don't really want to talk about it too much because it's I can imagine unless you're going through it at the same time, it'll be kind of a boring listen. So what I'm going to talk about instead, which I was going to talk about last week, but I was just too busy dealing with banks and real estate agents and what have you. Last weekend, I also went and watched, not last weekend, weekend before, I went and watched the new Halloween movie. Now, I haven't actually watched a Halloween movie before. The like with Michael Myers in it. I did not realize how infuriating those movies are. It's very much every human being in that entire like movie franchise is just incapable of like understanding what they need to do in order to just preserve their life and not die. Is especially when the big threat is a guy who never does anything but walking. He only ever walks towards you and never increases his like speed. He just is sometimes suddenly closer because everybody who's running away from him, they only ever run in circles. But I wrote a handy list here, but my phone keeps going to sleep, of things I wanted to talk about in the movie. The first thing on my list, that's right, because I'm glad I'm realizing now, because it's like, oh, I'll write it down just so like I have like a structured thing to talk through. But now I'm remembering, because I've forgotten most of the movie because it's been like nearly 3 weeks now. Like shit, I forgot. The first thing I had in the list was a lot of neck stuff. And what I mean by a lot of neck stuff is a lot of people had various things shoved into their necks at some stage during the movie, and that was like Michael Myers is like, this is the way I will kill someone. I will put shit in their neck. And I was like, wait, why is there so much neck shit? I remember people getting their throats slit. There would be people getting what was there was that old lady who got a was it Michael Myers broke a fluorescent tube and like just shattered it and just like walked up to it and just like kind of just went bleh and just like put it in, like just like without even trying. He's just like yeah. She got this fucking fluoro tube in her neck, and I was like, holy shit. And I was getting really uncomfortable with all the neck shit. People getting their necks broken. Someone got shot in their neck, and that was a flashback to like the first Halloween movie. And now that I think about it, maybe all the neck stuff is just like par for the course. Like that's just like Michael Myers is like, he's like, no, like, if at all possible, I will go for the neck over everything else. So yeah, and after the first couple, I did become desensitized to like, oh yeah, he's going to break this person's neck. Oh, he's going to shove the knife in this person's neck. Oh, this person got shot in the neck. Ooh, spicy. This one's different. But it was like just shit like that. And I was like, God damn it. Yeah, so a lot of neck stuff, and I don't know if that's par for the course with the Halloween movies, but Halloween Kills is like, yeah, we're gonna do a lot of neck killing. What was the second thing on my list? Because I'm remembering, I love all the old stuff, and I think they should bring back old films back to theaters. Oh yeah, because they kept cutting back and forth between the first movie, but then they had like footage that was shot as though it was the first movie, but so they used like the same kind of cameras, I guess, and made it look like the first movie, but it wasn't. It was new footage that they shot for this film. I really liked it. I don't know what. I think it's just like nostalgia, I guess. But the movie's older than me, so I don't know how I could have nostalgia for something that I was never nostalgic about. And I also have never seen any of the other Halloween movies. But it was just like a feel to it. I think it was just like all the grain and stuff. And I was just like, why don't they just like, when they don't have any like new movies, or just like run like old movies? I guess like, because there's like most people aren't going to want to watch it. But like, especially now though, because like a lot of movies got held up because of COVID and that. So there's going to be a lull in like movie releases, like there is now. Like there's like bugger all out. It's just like, just put old movies on. Like fuck it, like just put old movies on. Because I would love to watch like some older movies with like all the old grain and that on the big screen again. I reckon that'd be really cool. I think the point after this also like this is like this movie is turning me into a hipster, and and by that I mean the like, why don't they shoot movies in like old grain film and shit? Like fuck it, like all this super high crispy HD content, get it out of here. I want stuff with like fuzzy grain. And I don't know, it just made it feel like more of a movie, and I don't know why. It's probably like the most dicky thing I could possibly say. Yeah, so well, it was my big takeaway from fucking watching the new Halloween movie is bring back grain in movies. Oh yeah, the cold open. So I was just like, so I haven't watched any of these. I haven't even watched the one before this because this is a sequel to the one that came out in 2017, I think, is when it came out. And it kind of just like cold opens in the movie on this dude dressed as a woman, and I was just like, okay. And I like leaned over to my friend who was sitting next to me, and I was like, is this like something from the first movie? Why is this guy dressed as a girl? And then he was like, he just like shrugged at me, and I was like, okay. And I was watching it, and he was just like walking around being normal, and I was just like, oh, did they just like cold open with a character that's like just transgendered? And I was like, that's cool. I like that. That's pretty progressive. That's actually way more progressive than I thought we were at. And I would have thought I would have heard like dumbasses on like Twitter freaking out over it, but I didn't. So I was like, that's cool. And then later I found out he was just dressed as a woman for a Halloween costume, and I was just like, oh, that what? And I was just so confused. It's like there was no pretext for him. Like, this wasn't a costume, and no, it wasn't stated as a costume. It's just a cold open. And like I was talking to my friend about it later, and he was like, "Oh no, that wasn't the first movie." And I was just like, "Oh, okay." And I was like, "So wait, why was he dressed as a woman in the first movie?" And the guy was, my friend was just like, "I don't know." It's just like, "Oh, okay, why?" Because the movie's supposed to be pretty recent, and I was just like, I don't think like costume. I guess yeah. I don't know. I was just confused by that thing, and then I was like, oh no, this must be just like an example of how far we've come as far as like being an accepting society. And then I was like, oh no, it's just like something I'm missing from not watching the other movies. Oh, they're supposed to be black. On the front. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this would be the last time I streamed this, because like I forgot that I have the I just picked the brown up again. I have the light on so I can see properly, because I noticed doing this in the dark with a mic in front of me makes it really hard to actually see the details. So I was like, I'm gonna turn the light on, and then so I can like do a proper job of it, and then I'm gonna have to go back as well and do some touch up, but I won't do that on stream just because it won't be very interesting. But I also have to concentrate because it's very fiddly. And I've got a lacquer it, but then the lacquer is like super easy because it's just like and that won't be long enough for a stream. So yeah, this will be the last time on stream, and I might, when I'm finished, like show it off, I guess. But yeah, after this, I think I'm going to do the channel surfing idea thing I had, where I'll go and find a bunch of I'll use that website to just watch random YouTube videos. I'll do one stream with that, and then from there I'm going to go and do what am I going to do? I'm going to play a game. I don't know what game yet. Either I might mess around in the because I got it on what did I get on? I got it on the Epic Store because they put out the, was it Tiny Tina's like dungeon, what's it called? Dungeons and Dragons, like it's the Dungeons and Dragons DLC from Borderlands 2, but as a standalone game. And I was like, oh yeah, I might like do that because it's pretty short, if I remember correctly. So I played it once before, like a while ago, and I remember it being pretty short. And if I remember the way I want to do this, is you hold it down first, and then do the top bit, and you won't be able to see this. Anyway, I'm gonna go back. What was the next thing? The firemen were bitches. Yeah, the firemen at the start, I was like, how can all these like very like firemen are built? They're like pretty fucking. They're built and they know how to do shit. Oh, just got a fucking email. This is an important email. Dealing. Might have to answer that in a sec. My lender is emailing me questions. I'm gonna have to stop and like have a look at that. But yeah, I was talking about the firemen, and yeah, there's just like a giant group of firemen with like heaps of gear. Like they have like axes and like some like weird chainsaw thing that looks like a disc. Like it's just like a disc grinder, but it's a chainsaw. And these like pickaxe things. And I was like, oh yeah, like, but they couldn't take out Michael Myers. And at this stage in the canon, Michael Myers is supposed to be just like a geriatric, like he's supposed to be a pretty old man. He just happens to be buff. And like, I don't know, like, yeah, like some old dudes are like in good shape, but this is a little ridiculous that he could take out all these fucking firemen. Like young firemen with like weapons who are presumably like in the prime of their like physical fitness. They couldn't take out an old man with an axe. He just like just mops them all up. I was just like, oh okay, what the fuck? Yeah. Just a little bit more. Got some like paint on that too. Cake it on. Yep. Oh, I just put my hand on the thing. Let me just go. Okay, I'm back. I had to stop because my lender was asking questions and I was just like, oh fuck, I have to get back to him now. So yeah, that's the fun. That's like some of the fun stress I'll be talking about, where it's just like, oh shit. But yeah, back to talking about. What was I talking about? I was talking about Halloween. That's right. Fireman. Felt bad for the old couple. Yeah, there's this like old like this like lovely old couple. They're just like hanging out in their house playing with this like a little toy helicopter drone thing, and they're just like blah blah blah, and they're having like a fight, but not really a fight. Like it's just like a play fight kind of thing. And I was like, oh, they've really been together for a long time. And then Michael Myers shows up and he kills them for no reason. Just like, I'm here now. He was like hanging out in their bathroom for some reason. And yeah, so like the dude freaks out. Michael grabs him through a window, like cracks his neck and shit. And then I don't know why he did this. It was a bit weird. After he's like essentially killed this couple, like they're not quite dead yet, but like one's like had like a bunch of glass put in his neck, and the other one's had a fluoro tube which is also made of glass put in their neck. A lot of glass in the neck in this scene. Yeah, he brings the husband into the husband's body into the kitchen, so that in front of the old lady he can like just like take all of the steak knives off the thing and just starts just shoving them in the back. And I was just like, why is he doing this? Like, she's dying and she's like probably like, are you trying to traumatize her? She's not gonna be telling anybody, and she's not gonna be dealing with this trauma for very long. Like, she's dying, dude. Like, why are you doing this? Why? It's just like you're being a dick now. So yeah, that ending of that scene, I was just like, okay, this is excessive, but why is it excessive? Is it for me? Is it for the benefit of me, the audience member? It's like, oh man, Michael's fucked up. Look at that. He's putting knives in that dead dude's back. That's crazy. And again, there might be something from the first movie that I'm missing, but I don't think there would be any like extremely like important information that I'm not quite understanding. Actually, I might paint that red. Yeah, that look cool. I might paint that red. Grab the red paint when I get to that bit. I'm out of frame. I want to talk, but I just need to concentrate on this little bit for just a sec. Ooh, that. Get back in. Okay, I got it. Damn, the barrel is done. Actually, it's not. I lied. How's it feel? How's it feel to have a stranger on the internet lie to you? Just like lie right to your face too, and not even really care. The gay chants have no self-preservation instinct. I love them. One was a real stage. Lives in Michael's house. That's right. I was just like, what did I write here? So there was this gay couple that they set up about midway through the movie, and like the kind of cuts to them is a little like just like kind of out there. Like it's a bit weird. Like it's like we went from a murder and then cut to them, and it's like, oh, Michael's gonna be in their house, but not really, not yet. It's about like halfway through the movie. All right, it's like we're building up to something. It's Spoilers, I'll tell you now. They live in Michael's old house. That's why they're important. There's just like this gay couple. There's one dude that's like shorter but fatter, and then there's this one that's skinny and tall. And apparently they're both named John, and they call each other. The short and fat one is called Big John, and the tall skinny one is called Little John. And they call each other that. They're like, Big John, Little John, where are you, Little John? Big John, where did you go? Like it's literally shit like that, and it's just like, or it's like, oh, Big John, I'm coming in. It's like, oh, Little John, I told you to knock before coming in. Like, it's like I was like, what the fuck? This is just weird. Like, who would call their partner, even if your partner had the same name as you? Like, I've dated girls named Jessie before, which is so like that's like Jessie, but like, yeah. It's not. You don't do weird shit like that. You know, I would go like, oh yeah, I'll call you like Girl Jessie, because it's self-evident that, it's like not only is it self-evident, but it's also you're not going to be referring to yourself in the third person around your partner. So like, why the fuck would you be doing it? In the privacy of your own house. Yeah, so I was a little bit like, what the fuck is going on? Anyway, I also wrote it, like, they never explicitly state. They don't state it. But they show pictures behind one of the guys who's in his office. And he has, like, for sale signs with his face on them. And I was like, oh my god, that guy's a real estate agent. And I was immediately like, guy better fucking die. And he does, and it's great. Because at this point I'm very just like, I hate anyone that works in real estate or has anything to do with fucking property. You are the scum of the earth, and I hate you. Just sell me your fucking house. But yeah, anyway, they have zero, because I'm going to skip to their murder scene if I'm going to talk about them, because it's just the dumbest. So they have like a little like preemptive red herring jump scare before the big scene, where like some kids come to their house to trick or treat, but they pull a prank on the guys by pretending that one of them got a razor blade in their candy, and that she's like vomiting up blood and like she's in real trouble. So they do that as a trick to trick the gay guys. They don't get any extra candy. Oh wait, they do, yeah. Because that's right. Because two of the other kids, because it's 4 kids, and there's 2 kids doing the trick, and the other like one's going to the house around the back side to steal the candy from inside. I was like, they're gonna give you candy anyway. Like, what the fuck? And these kids are just like little shits. Like it's just like, oh, we'll just be completely unlikable. Even when like people are trying to help them, they're literally just like, they're like, no, fuck you, we're gonna die, we're gonna get killed, because fuck you. It's just like, you little shits. You're too shitty to keep yourselves alive. Anyway, they're like, that's also when they have the reveal that like they live in Mike Myers' old home, and they tell these kids the story of like Mike Myers and like what he did and blah blah blah, as a form of revenge to get back on the kids for scaring them. So then smash cut to a couple of hours later, they're sitting around the house drinking wine, eating cheese, getting drunk, you know, what everybody loves to do. And then boom, there's a knock on the front door. They immediately assume that it's the kids again, coming back to trick them more So the guy's like, oh, I'm going to scare him this time by getting a golf club, and I'm going to pretend to wave the golf club at him. I guess this is what his master plan was. I'm not sure what that is. It was like, oh yeah, I'm going to scare him this time by assaulting a child. But that's not what happens. He goes out front, there's no one out there. And then banging on the back door. So they're trying to find out where these kids are, where these damn kids are. And they go out the front, it's like, oh, I can't find them. And they come back inside, and then, uh-oh, the back door's open because Little John didn't lock the door. And they notice there's some blood on the wall, which is an immediate red flag. Absolutely immediate red flag. And they hear like a bang upstairs. So they're like, oh shit, we gotta go upstairs. We gotta check it out. Number one, no you don't. In reality, if that was me and I just heard, first I just saw a door in my house that I thought was locked and closed, open with a bloody hand mark next to it, I would be like, alright, let's pack up, let's go outside, find some help, and ring the police. This is a matter for the police to use excessive force. Oh shit, I've been painting over that. Fuck. Getting too into my story. No, that's not what these fucking morons do anyway. So they're like, okay. They also don't know that Michael Myers is like getting around. So it's like, well, it's fair that they don't know that there's a serial killer currently like adding to his kill count. They at the same time proceed to do idiotic stuff, even if they knew that there was a possibility that there could be Mike Myers. They grab some knives, because apparently these are the only Americans that don't own guns. Only Americans in a small country town that don't own guns. They then decide to go to check it out, which works out great. Also, Big John picks up the littlest cheese knife and he's like, yeah, I'm gonna use this tiny ass cheese knife. This is gonna be my fucking weapon. And it's like, dude, just use your fists. Like, the amount of like precision you're gonna be trying to go with that fucking knife is not gonna happen. You're not gonna fucking take out your fucking intruder with the fucking little cheese blade. Big John, on the other hand, actually grabs a steak knife. So, no, Little John, sorry. Little John, who's the taller one. Because it's funny, I guess. Grabs a steak knife. And he's like, I've got... They say something. It's like, I've got... That's right, they're like, I've got this knife. Like, I don't know why they say that. And I was like, I don't understand what the fuck this is about. They're like, I've got this knife. And then I was like, I've got this knife. And they're like, yes, okay, yeah, we did it. And I was just like, what the fuck was that about? That was a very weird, like, scene. And I'm like, what? Why? So, yeah, anyway, they're like checking out the house, looking around, trying to find what's making that noise. What's that? Banging on the walls and stuff, and whatever. And they're just like looking around downstairs. It's all very tense. Anyway, Big John goes upstairs into his bedroom, which used to be Mike Myers' sister's room, and that's where he used to stand, apparently, looking out the window. But that's their bedroom now. That's their bedroom. So he goes into the bedroom, and he's like looking around. It's like, oh, because you think, oh, Mike Myers is going to be there because they're fucking set it up. He's going to be like, oh, I'm here. But he's not there. Oh, it's tricky. And he's like, oh, okay, there's nothing in here. And he goes to turn, and it's like, Mike Myers is just off screen. And he's like, he picks up, I don't know why he does it. He picks up the guy's arm that has the butter knife in it, and like just like stabs him in the armpit. I was just like, what the fuck? Why did he stab him in the armpit? You could just stab him in the neck. He had him by the arm that had a weapon in it. You could have just like stabbed him in the neck. I guess because like the next thing, what did he do next? He gouged his eyes out. He gouged his eyes out to death. And I was like, I don't think that kills you. Like it would hurt a lot, and you would probably like push your eyes out. You'd be blind, clearly. Like his eyes popped out the side of his head. But I don't kill you. I don't think that would kill you. But anyway, then like Little John hears the commotion. He comes running upstairs, and then I think Mike Myers puts a knife in his neck. I think it's right. It's 9 out of 10 chance that he put something sharp inside someone's neck. That's like majority of the kills in this movie. Is Mike Myers has sharp thing and puts in a person's neck. Movie. So which one of these? This yellow, black. Oh, yellow, black. It's gonna have to be. Yeah. I'm not doing their yellow. I might try and make the R yellow. But I want to just get rid of it. I might just get rid of it. And I said yellow, it's supposed to be gold. It's not. It's brown. It's the brown and yellow colour. Yeah, so like these guys, zero self-preservation to like protect themselves. Oh yeah, fuck those kids. Yeah, so because there's a part 2 with those kids too. Like after they like terrorize the gay couple, they go and hang out in a park in the middle of the night, which like I grew up in a country town. I know it's just like, let's just go sit in the dark in the park for 4 hours, and that's just what you did. Was there any reason to it? No. Just like, I could be here or I could be at home. I'll be here. For whatever reason. For no reason. Just to talk shit with your friends, really. Anyway, these kids are hanging out in a park, middle of the night. At this stage too, the town's cotton on to that whole Michael's back and we need to do something. So they're forming the shittiest lynch mob on the planet. It's a lynch mob that couldn't lynch a single person. So I'll get to them. Don't you worry. I've got words on the shitty lynch mob. Oh, and the cops that were like, no, there are just some things that you just don't use excessive force on. But yeah, so this kid's just hanging out in a park, and then like a smaller team of the lynch mob shows up, and they're like, "What are you doing? Freaking out, carrying on, like, don't you know what's going on?" And they're like, "What are you talking about?" And then like the lady's like, "Michael Myers is here," like expecting the kids to react to it, and they're like, "Oh yeah, that's the dude the gay guy told us about. We don't really give a shit. Blah blah blah. We are absolute pieces of shit kids. Like, fuck you. You can't do shit. Fuck you, lady. Get the fuck out of here." So that's what they're literally. That's literally verbatim the lines they were using too. Don't think I'm lying to you. So, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we actually already saw some dude dressed up like the Michael Myers dude. He's like walking around here just like playing a game or something. He keeps popping out trying to scare us, and it's like so dumb, so lame, blah blah blah." And then like they're like, "Oh," she's like, "What? Where is he?" And they're like, "Oh, he's right there." And like they point him out. He's just like standing in the field, like near where she was like moments earlier, so she would have seen him. And he's got like the severed head of one of the other kids. And they're like, "Oh, is that what's the name's mask?" And it's like, "Yeah." And then like they actually get scared and run off. And I think that's the end. You never see those kids again. They kind of just like piss off. And like Michael Myers kills pretty much everyone that's part of that lynch mob except for one that gets away. Yeah, I'll get to that fucking lynch mob in a second, probably. Yeah, because usually the next the next point I had was the town sucks at making a lynch mob. So the lynch mob starts at like one of the pubs, some pub. Everyone's drunk, which I guess maybe that's why they're bad at forming a lynch mob, because they can't stop drinking for long enough to actually like coherently like come together to like hate something enough to like want to kill it. But they're like, yeah, cool, let's go, start our lynch mob. And they're like, all right, we're off to the races. We've got some guns. Some people have got guns, but not all the people. I don't know why. 2 seconds. And some of them are like just got baseball bats. And then just random shit. I think one dude even just had he broke a bottle and was like, yeah, this is my weapon. It's just like, you just gotta take a broken bottle. Like, that's good for like an improvised weapon in like the heat of a moment, but like you have some time. Like everyone's got to get organized. You have some time to like, I don't know, like anything. Like some dude just took some guy's he just stole some guy's baseball bat, and you gotta go with the broken bottle. But yeah, anyway, they just start wandering around aimlessly looking for Michael Myers. But they're like, yeah, evil dies tonight, and they go to the hospital for some reason. I don't know why they went to the hospital for. Why did they go to the hospital? They went to the hospital because it's gonna kill me. It kills me. I can't remember why they went to the fucking hospital. The lynch mob goes to the hospital for seemingly no reason. That's what I'm gonna say. They don't really do anything at the hospital besides, I think for some reason they think Michael Myers is gonna go to the hospital because there's people there that would be easy to kill, I guess. I'm not sure. It's a bit too public for Michael Myers. Michael Myers is very much I'll kill people in secluded areas so that people won't find their bodies for a while. Do I want to do the R? I'll do a little bit if I don't like it. If I don't like it, and or if I fuck it up. I need a lot of concentration for this one. Yeah, so anyway, back to the lynch mob. Yeah, they rock up to the hospital. For some reason, they're like, yeah, Michael Myers is going to be here. Oh yeah, because so there's some other mental, mental patient who escaped the mental institute with Mike Myers, and for some reason people think that he's Michael, despite the fact that I swear they saw him with a mask on or something, with his mask on at some stage, and they assumed that the guy without a mask on and that's not also wearing the blue coveralls is Michael. And he shows up at the hospital because he's just trying to get help, because he's just a mentally ill man who's just scared. Anyway, they chase him up to not to the roof, but to a that doesn't look great. Oh. Actually, I won't put him here too. So yeah, they chase him up to the roof. Not the roof. To a certain floor level. And he gets trapped in between in a hallway between two locked doors. Anyway, people are like, evil dies tonight, and we're gonna smash we're gonna smash our way into into this room and get this dude. And the guy's just like, well, no. If I'm gonna die, I'm gonna kill myself. It's like checkmate. So yeah, he smashes out a window and jumps out the window and he dies in the fall. And I was just like, but why? Why did he kill himself? I guess like the mob was gonna kill. Actually, here's the thing too, because you see later the lynch mob, they get their hands on Michael Myers. These fucking morons. 50 against 1 could not kill Michael Myers, and I was just like, what were they gonna do if they got old mate? Like, if they couldn't kill one other guy, why would I don't have like much faith that they would have killed the other dude. He probably would have been fine. Like, he probably would have been like, actually this wasn't too bad. They're actually really bad at murder, so I'm totally fine. Like, fuck, what was I even scared about? And then, like, the crowd kind of feels bad too. It's like, oh, we killed a guy, and we're pretty sure it's actually not Michael Myers because this one other person said so. Whoops. Oh well, we did it. We did it. We did something. We did something, guys. So let's just go home. We are all complicit in a murder now, but fuck it. Let's just like fuck off. But then they rally because why do they rally? They rally because some dude gives a speech or some shit. It's like, oh, we killed some guy, and that was wrong. But Michael's killed a lot of guys, and that's even more wrong. So let's go kill Michael Myers. And everyone's like, yeah, you're right. Michael Myers is bad. We're also bad, but not that bad. That's look, I watched this movie once and I was like kind of laughing at it throughout the entire movie, so you gotta forgive me if I'm not exactly retelling it in the best sense. Cops are pussies, yeah. For some reason the cops are like, they're all about, it's like, no, the rule of law, we can't let the law, like, we can't like not go against the law. It's like, dude, you're an American police officer. Just use excessive force. Use excessive force all the goddamn time. And they're just like, no, there's some things that need to be brought to justice the right way. And a currently rampaging serial killer is one of those things that you just don't kill. You just don't kill. You just don't kill these fucking serial killers that's like literally killing children in the streets. And we're like, no, it's just like you let sleeping dogs lie. For some reason they're like, nope, I'm not gonna. You can't make me do my job. You can't make me kill. You can't make me kill this dude that's killing people. Fuck, jeez. And then they just kind of give up too. The cops, like, they're there for the scene in the hospital. They watch the crowd kill an innocent man, and they're like, well, that was fucked up. Let's not make any arrests, and let's just kind of leave. That's what they do. I thought it's like, maybe they'll join the lynch mob and they'll actually like help take out Michael Myers for some reason. And that's the other thing too. It did this like flashback to like the 80s or something, but I don't know. Like, I don't think the cops are in America, like, particularly in America. I don't think they've gotten less corrupt since they're in the 80s. Like, but whatever. They're like, oh yeah, no, we're not gonna kill the guy that just like killed a bunch of people then. So it's just confusing. I was just like, why aren't they killing? Why are they so hesitant to kill Michael Myers? I know it's just so it's like so the movie can happen, but like in reality, I'm like kind of being bored out of it because it's like, but why? Why aren't you just kill him? You have guns. You live in America. Like, you're not gonna get in trouble for murdering a suspect. Like, fuck, you'll get a fucking gold medal for it. But yeah, cops are pussies in fucking Halloween. In Halloween Kills, all cops are pussies. A cap. The dude totally didn't need to kill himself. The mob had zero attack power. Yeah, so I already talked about that. Yeah, the guy's like, yeah, no, if I'm gonna die, the mentally ill guy, he's like, I'm gonna jump out this window because that's I've got nowhere else to run, so I'll commit suicide. And I was just like, yeah, no, you didn't need to do that. The mob could not take out Michael Myers when it was like a bunch against one, and even there's even a dude with a gun who managed to shoot himself by accident. That's another thing. I'm going to go back on the mob. There was another scene where they were this is back when the kids were being little shits in the park. The Michael Myers jumps on top of this car that has some of the wannabe lynchers in it. They could not figure out a way to kill Michael Myers before he killed them, and it was very, very odd to watch. It's like a lot of people getting shot by accident. There's this one chick that's in the front. She had she either had a Desert Eagle or a revolver. She had like a big fuck off handgun. So for some reason Michael Myers grabs her and just rips her out of the car and just kind of throws her off to just pushes her off to the side. So she's on the ground out the front of the just outside the door of the car. He then climbs inside the car and he very slowly kills her boyfriend. And it's just I was so wait, where's the chick? She was right there, where is she? And then the movie it cuts to her and she's kind of just off over there somewhere. She got up and walked away from the car and then was oh, I should probably go back and save my boyfriend. Oh, it's too late, he's already dead. I'll start screaming and then I'll just start firing randomly at the car. And she's bang once, and then Michael Myers just opens the door on her hand, and she comes back this way, and then she pulls the trigger, shoots herself in the head. I was like, what the fuck? So yeah, a little bit of trigger discipline, but even then, I'm pretty sure if you kicked, she would have shot before, but then she shot again when the thing came or whatever. But yeah, it's just I thought it was hilarious. I laughed a lot at that death. I was just what the fuck? There's a lot of I probably came across as a maniac in the movie theater, laughing at people getting killed. Mostly the ones I found the funniest were people who accidentally got themselves killed, and it's just my god, this is fucking hilarious. I don't think this movie is supposed to be a comedy, but god damn is it funny. Next on the list, Archer, Rowan Karen, daughter character, like that. Yeah. So there's I don't remember any of the names, but except for Karen, because that was just a name that stuck out. I wonder why. So Karen is the daughter of the chick who was she's in the first. She was one of the people that survived the original attack from Michael Myers, and she's in the first movie of the new reboot series. She's had a little girl and raised her to fight Michael Myers. It's almost a weird Terminator. Sarah Connor, John Connor kind of thing going on there. But yeah, anyway, the chick who plays the daughter character, she also does the voice of Cheryl Cheryl from Archer, like the crazy receptionist, and every time there's like scenes where she's like getting angry at her mum and she starts yelling at her. All I can hear is the character from all I can hear is Cheryl from Archer, and I just immediately thought it was funny. Like, it just seemed like this is a punchline to a joke, and it was great. I just couldn't stop laughing at her. It was just ridiculous. I was just like, my god, Archer ruined this poor woman's career. She can't even play she can't play a serious role. For anyone that's watched Archer, because all I can see, and my friend sitting next to me is a big fan of Archer as well, and he's just like laughing his ass off with me anytime there was a scene with her being angry and yelling at somebody, and it's just like, oh my god, this is just hilarious. I can't stop. I don't know why. Well, I know why. It was just like, Archer, I love Archer. But yeah, this is another thing to wait. Had to go kill a bug. Okay, looking good. Almost done. What was up there? Everyone is so dumb. Guy leaves his kids in the car to kill Michael Myers. People just don't use their guns. Run in circles from a man that only walks yet. So this is again to my like, why do these people have zero self-preservation instinct? There's this one guy, for some reason he decides that like, he's got the biggest hate boner for Michael Myers, despite the fact that he never really got affected by Michael Myers. It shows him at the start, he's like, supposedly, he survived the Michael Myers attack, but Michael Myers never really tried to attack him. He was just kind of like there in the way as Michael Myers was approaching him. And Michael Myers wasn't really approaching him, he was just kind of walking down the street to go to his home. And the kid just happened to be across the road from his home. So it did look like he was being chased by Michael Myers. This is in the past too. I don't think I'm making it clear. So this is in the past, during the first time he attacked everybody. And like, yeah, so he kind of just like scared this kid. But anyway, like 40 years later, this kid's just like, this man, who has children now of his own that are currently with him. He's like, well, here's a girl. The guy in the car is her boyfriend. Yeah, he's like, okay, Michael Myers is inside his old home, I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna kill him. And the daughter's like, no, don't go alone. Like, let me come with you because I've got like a shotgun. Apparently, I know how to use it and everything. So like, let's do this together. So that way it's safer. It's safer that way if there's two of us. And he's just like, no, you don't understand, little girl. You don't understand. The only daughter of mine that loves me so much that she's willing to face a serial killer with me. There are just some things you do alone. Because Michael Myers, he approached me as a child and scared me a little bit. So I have to go now kill him because he made me pee my pants just a tad, just a little bit. I tinkled when he approached me when I was but a wee little boy, and now I have to go into this house and murder him for that thing. I'm going to put my life on the line to go and heroically kill the man that startled me. Wish me luck. And he does. He dies immediately. He goes inside and like he doesn't even get an on-screen kill. There's a big build-up and he doesn't get an on-screen kill at all. He just like gets bumped around and then like kind of like crushed, and then like Michael Myers just like haphazardly shoves him in the he shoves him in the attic, but his head's still kind of sticking out, and he's like, yep, good enough. And then the kids are like, well fuck, let's go inside. Like, of course, like it's like, oh shit, my dad just got killed. My dad just got fucking blasted by a serial killer. Let's go in there and like, we'll die too. Like, fuck it, let's go die too. Like, everyone's died, so let's go die too. And they do. They go inside and then like, the kids are like, was it the guy goes upstairs, he gets fucked up by Michael. I think he gets stabbed a bit and then like gets his neck gets smashed on the inside of the like the railing, it's like on the bottom of it. He just like keeps smashing his neck, not his head, his neck on it, just over and over again. And then he goes down the stairs and like the kid's still kind of sitting there breathing really heavily. Michael Myers just like snapped his neck in half. And the girl just does nothing to stop it. She's holding a shotgun. It's like, should I stop my boyfriend from being murdered before my eyes by the man that also seconds ago just murdered my father? The answer is, I will not do anything. I will stand right here and I will wait my turn like a good little girl. That is what happens. And I just used the wrong paint. And then they get into a tussle, her and Michael. Michael's already taken out many men, twice this woman's size, and she gets promptly stomped and thrown down the stairs, and she gets her and breaks her leg all the way down, and then tries to run away. Michael goes to beat her up or something, and then Karen shows up and steals his mask, and that really pisses him off for some reason. And then she goes to run away, and then she just runs blindly through someone's yard, like into their backyard. And I was just like, why do people do this? They keep running around in circles and getting themselves stuck. It's just like, just run down the street. It's fine, just run down the street. The guy only walks, so like you have plenty of time to like figure out a better strategy later. But they're just like, nah, fuck that shit. I am gonna get myself killed. And that's when Michael runs into the lynch mob. They couldn't lynch their way out of a paper bag. Let's start off alright. I think I actually have this. Oh no, I have black boss cop just disappears, and why? Yeah, I don't even know what the fuck. He's supposed to be the sergeant or like the captain or something. He's just like the boss cop that like everyone listens to, and he just disappears along with all the cops. Like he just told everyone, like, oh man, fuck, tonight's been hard, guys. It's been rough on everyone. Let's just go home. Let's just go home. And that's kind of what they do. They just piss off. So, and I get it. That's what happens in the movie. The cops just disappear. But yeah, they're like the lynch mob. They get their hands on Michael, and they're doing all right to start with. You're like, yeah, get him, kill him good. And then, like, someone's just having like a voiceover in the background. They're talking about how like he just like gets stronger every time he kills someone. He just becomes stronger and blah blah blah. Maybe he's not actually human and all this other stuff. But then, like, yeah, so like while they're having that speech, Michael, oh, that's right, they kind of stop because after they do a good beatdown, I think they shot him a few times too. I think, yeah, he did. He got lit up a little bit with some bullets. Yeah. They get shot, and then Karen's like, aha, get shit on, I fucking beat you, Big L, fucking poggers and whatever not, and she like takes his knife and stabs him in the back once, and then just kind of like walks off. She's like, yep, I'm all good, now to go see what my daughter's up to, because, was that her daughter? Yeah, it was her daughter. Oh, wait. That's right. The dad that went in the house and got himself killed off screen wasn't her dad. It was her boyfriend's dad. That's what it was. Feels so stupid. How could I have missed that important plot point? Yeah, anyway, she goes back to the house. And while she's away, Michael's like, aha, I've got my knife back. And he just like hulks out and just kills everybody with the knife. He kills an entire lynch mob with a kitchen knife. Some even had guns, and he lynches the lynch mob. Michael Myers is a one-man lynch mob. So yeah. That's what happens to the lynch mob. They all get fucking domed by Michael Myers. For some reason, Karen gets back to the house. The cops have arrived. Actually, yeah, the cops come back. That's right, they do. They come back to the house, but they don't really help it. They're just like doing EMT shit. So they're just like, oh, are you okay? Here, you put a blanket on. Have some water. We should maybe move these bodies. Like we tried nothing, and it all worked out apparently. All in a day's work. It's like, but you didn't do anything. Oh no. Oh, thank God. Yeah, and then for some reason Karen goes upstairs, and she's like standing in Michael Myers' spot. Like she's just like standing there, staring out the window. But she's actually looking at herself, because it's one of the things is like they talk about that. Why was he staring at that window? And they're like, maybe he wasn't staring at that window. He was just staring at himself in the reflection. So it's like, oh, okay, that's actually what he was doing. And while she's just standing there staring at her reflection, Michael Myers' reflection appears behind her, and she gets killed. Kind of unceremoniously and screaming, and everyone's just kind of sitting outside, just hanging out, and they're like, "Do we do anything about that? Nah. No, we won't do anything about that." That is for the next movie, which is, I don't know when that one's coming out. Cause, yeah, but yeah, like that's how the movie ends. Karen gets killed. No one cares, and the movie's just like, hey, movie's over. Cool. Yeah. Okay. I'll do that later. I'm doing another shit. Actually, I'll finish this and then I'll do that. Because I've only got a little bit to go. I'll just finish out. And I'll do that shit. That's an easy sort out. Because I just got to do this little bit here and then I'll do another coat on that. And that'll be done. But yeah, that's also the end of the movie. Movie ends and it's like, yeah, come back next time. And it's like, I don't know if I would have watched another one of these. Like it's just like, because it feels like you're always waiting to watch the You're always like, it's like, oh yeah, this is the one where Michael Myers gets killed. It's like he's never gonna get killed. That's the whole point. He's just this like unstoppable force, and it's like we want our neck motor porn horror movie thing going on here. So Michael Myers is never gonna die. Which is fine, but it's just like, it's like you can't tease me like this. You can't be like, oh, is he gonna die? Oh, is he gonna die? And then he never dies. And it's just like, yeah, no, I don't wanna be tormented like this. Good lord, I am not good at this. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to do something about all that. I might try. It'd be better if it was all just black, I think, on the edges, because it's just like a mismatch of colours now. But it'd be better if it was just all black. Do some touch up real quick. I'm not. Steady hands. Not steady hands, McGee over here. I was just gonna do some more brown. Do some more brown and then I'm gonna call it, and then I just gotta do some stuff for my lender. They did the wrong colour. Some fucking moron over here. that's mostly that. I am just gonna quickly do the top bit. Oh, do I have to do the bottom bit too? Yeah, I do. It's all sheet. And it's all wet. Is that wet still? No, it's dry. One thing about it being hot as balls right now is that paint fucking dries quick now. I'm gonna use like something more precise than a paintbrush for this one. Yeah, because I want to do the sides. Yeah, I can't see myself suddenly being like developing surgeon-like precision with my fucking brush strokes. Still, no, see, like I fucked it already. I fucked it twice in this. Yeah, no, it just because it bleeds over. It bleeds over. No. You can't see it on the camera, but I can see it. I can see it, and I fucking hate it. It's just all black. You fuck. What I'll do is I'll just use a really fine point ink pen to fix all that back a bit up. It's fine as it is now. Just need to touch it up. And then next time I'll do make sure all the yellow is one colour. If you do all the yellow one colour, because it's just all different colours at the moment. Oh, actually, no, fuck it. I think it's fine the way it is. Do this bit because it's all black. Like black grey. I put some black paint on it last time. It dries a lot darker too than when it's wet. I think does oil paint do that? I think it does. Have it right. Cool. That's good enough. Alright. I'm gonna call it. Actually, I'm gonna fix that little bit there. I see like all these like little errors now. It's like every time I finish, I'm like, oh, I've done 2 seconds. Just a little bit. It's mostly a prop. No one's ever going to actually look very close to this. It's fine. Okay. Still kind of wet on some sides. So yeah. Colour that. And then that side is all the red. I think it came out pretty good. And I know what's going to happen. Awesome. Alright, I'm going to call it first tonight. And then it's tad bit early. How long did I go for? 1.5, that's not bad. Yeah, anyway. Thanks for coming out if you came by. Hope you had a good time. Hope you had a nice chillax one. Doing channel surfing next week. So look forward to that. I am. It's something new. I never done it before. Yeah, anyway, have a good night, day, or whatever you're up to. Join your union, and goodbye.